Right, the next step then is let's get some content in here. It's tempting, I know, to go straight for the pictures, but you're not going to get an A star unless you have got the content that is required, and that's going to mean information. So we're doing Bluetooth and we are doing GPS. So I'm going to just whichever one you want to start with. I have used WordArt, which I'm not a big fan of, but I think in this case it fits the audience and purpose, and do it nice and quickly. And if we just choose something reasonably plain, it stays relatively professional. Now, I've given you a site to use, which is the Teach ICT site. I've put a link to the new GCSE ICT section on the front of Aim for A Star, so that'll take you here. Now, this is a useful page for you to be in terms of when you want to look up about any of the topics that we're going to be covering. But for now, I'm going to use the search box here. Bluetooth. Okay. Now, it will give you results from other sites, but we'll stick to the Teach ICT because this is the content that you need to know. So here we have the page. What is Bluetooth? Advantages of Bluetooth, examples of how it's used, and some facts. So everything you need to know is on there. You can supplement it with some other research and learning. Also use your books. Make sure that you're covering the content in the course. And I'm actually going to copy and paste some of the information over there. And I think that's fine in a task like this, as long as you've checked it, you've read it, you make some alterations to it to make it actually fit the task. So let's stick that in there. Okay. Now let's zoom in, see what we've got, and then we've got to format it. Now, I said I've copied and pasted. I copied and pasted it from the leaflet I made before, which is a mixture of copied and pasted from Teach ICT and some information that I just wrote just to introduce it. I've got two fonts going on here. I've got Arial by the looks of it and Calibri. So I've got to make a decision about my font and about the size of the font. Okay, let's select it all. I think we want to go for 12. 12 is normal reading. If you're printing something for reading, close reading, then it'll be 12. Calibri is fine. I'm happy with it. Find it. You want to keep it so it's easy to read for everybody, so that'll be fine. Okay. Right, so let's look at the things that we can do with that text to break it up, to make it not be off-putting for reading, and to make people actually read it, learn something, and then buy a phone, of course. So, in our text box tools, DropCap. DropCap is a nice little feature. Let's click in the first paragraph, and you'll see it's sticking with our blue theme that we picked, so I'll go for that one. Okay, if you want it on other ones, you just click in the paragraph and then you'll see it. You can, of course, do it manually. You might find that you run out of space, so you can just increase the size of that, change that font colour if you want to do it like that. Okay, so that's the colour, that's the size, just like that. Okay. Bullet points, obviously something that you can use, or numbers if you wanted a list, but possibly bullet points, which again they will be in the text tools. No, they're not. Where have they gone? Home and there, so you can pick one of those. Okay, now if you see these three little dots, it tends to mean that there's text hidden in your text box that's not being seen. I don't think it is. It's probably some spaces. Sometimes you just get spaces there. Just check that though. Okay, so that's breaking things up a little bit. The text, I'll organise all of that. You've also got, depending on how much space you've got left, too bad actually, you can change the paragraph, the line spacing. The line spacing is here. So 1, make it closer together, so if we've got more text, or I don't think we want to go 2 is too much, 1.5 was where it was, which will probably do. So I'm going to leave it on that, but that's just so that you can see that option. Okay, so I'm going to spend some time just getting that sorted out the way that I want, and then we'll add some pictures.